I swear by Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, her heirs and successors, according to law. So help me God.
This was the moment Richard Foord was sworn in as a Member of Parliament earlier this week, following his historic election victory for the Liberal Democrats for Tiverton and Honiton last week. And outside Parliament on his first day in Westminster, Mr Foord did not let the weather dampen the celebrations as he met the media with Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey.
So it's great to be here to celebrate the fact that Richard Foord is the new MP, the new Liberal Democrat MP for Tiverton Honiton. It was a historic victory for the Liberal Democrats, overturning the largest majority in a by-election that's ever been done in British election history. We're extremely proud, Richard, of your achievement. And what we saw was many lifelong Conservative voters switching to the Liberal Democrats because of what we were saying about the cost of living, about local health services, about how we would help them, for example, with extending the Rural Fugitive Relief Scheme. And they were also saying, we've had enough of Boris Johnson, it's time to show Boris Johnson the door.
Yeah! Well, thank you very much, Ed. I mean, I'm here today on my first working day since the declaration and the Liberal Democrat win in Tiverton and Honiton last Friday. And I'm here to really act on the things that people have been telling me over the course of the last 6 weeks in Devon. I was pleased to see that this morning the Secretary of State for Education has been tweeting about the need for Tiverton High School to be rebuilt, and I can be absolutely certain he wouldn't have been doing that but for the fact that there was a Liberal Democrat victory in our constituency last week. And of course what we need to see now is not words, not tweets, but action. And Tiverton High School is just one example. There are many other things that we've campaigned on over the last 6 weeks that people are crying out for in Devon that we need to see acted on now by this government.
I think you've seen that now Devon has a real champion, a real voice in Parliament. Not someone that's just going to do what Boris Johnson, the Conservative whip, say, but be a real strong independent voice for people to be Honiton. And it's yet another example of the Liberal Democrats beating Conservatives and actually showing how the job's done. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time today, and we're going to go on and work for people from Honiton.
And he took time to speak to local media after the press event.
So one of the big differences we're going to see with the Liberal Democrats MP is the Conservative government paying much more attention to what people care for in our part of Devon.
How does it feel to be sworn in this morning and be here in the heart of Westminster?
It's very humbling to have the trust and the faith of people in our part of Devon placed in me. But honestly, it's also, if I'm frank, a very great privilege to be able to put some of the things that they've told me over the last 6 weeks into being here in the chamber and to scrutinise legislation with those conversations in mind.
What's your message to the people of Tiverton and Honiton? If they've got a problem, if they want to get in touch, how easy will you be to get hold of?
I'm determined to be a very accessible MP. I live in the heart of the constituency. I shall be setting up an office in the heart of the constituency, and I'll be very much open to communicating with all of the constituents of Tiverton and Honiton, regardless of who they voted for last Thursday.
As the media attention settles, Richard says we will see hard work and a voice for the region, and the campaign continue for the Liberal Democrats ahead of the district elections next year. Lewis Clark, Devon Live in Westminster.